Hi, my name's Miss Melinda. Welcome to Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. I'm continuing with the neurology class. I found it very refreshing. It's a third main class that I will be teaching, just like law classes and the universe and the galaxies and black holes. But when I go back to the universe, I'm going to look for something other than black holes and galaxies. Even though we got millions of years of studying that, I need a break on that. So I'm going to find something else in outer space. So I added this neurology class, and I'm going to have neuroterminology also tonight. And then I took notes. So everything, first of all, I want to tell you guys something. I don't just look up and start writing down, something off the internet. I do research to get my info to teach you guys. So I don't feel like you're appreciating my hours and hours of research to get to what I find. I had to research all this different stuff. And then it gets to, some information that I think will be real nice to teach my students. So, I don't know which way to do this. I like it more like this. There, it went back. That's better. Okay. So first, I want to show you this. I want you to learn these words. So, it's going to be recorded on here. These words I wrote real big. So you take a pen and paper next time you're going to watch this and write down these words, and then I'm telling you the definitions. Okay. So here, I got to find, wait. Okay, so here is frontal lobe, okay? Frontal lobe. And then there's that one. Look at this word, okay? And then it has lobe also. See? Those three are lobes. Lobes. So this third one is, what the heck is that? Let me look at that. Oh, pitto. I couldn't read it. Oh, you might not be. So the third one is OCCIPITAL. And it's got lobe also. Okay? So we got frontal lobe. We got parietal, PARIETAL. You'll come back with a pen and paper when you're in the mood and write the words down, and you will hear me tell you the definitions. Some of them I've already told you. Okay. So this one's PARIETAL, and it's a lobe, see? And then the third one is this one, and it's OCCIP like Paul, ITAL, occipital, and it's lobe also, okay? So you write that down. It's recorded right now, so it'll be there. And when you get in the mood, you get on with a pen and paper and copy this. Here's a word I want you to copy. Oh, this is a real important terminology, this one. This one's that cranial cavity, okay? Cranial cavity. So there's cranial, see? CRANIAL. And there's cavity. C-A-V as in Victor, I-T-Y. Cavity. C-A-V-I-T-Y. Everybody went to bed. I came so late. Isn't that great? Cranial. C-R-A-N-I-A-L. Cranial cavity. And I told you in this class 2 nights ago the definition for cranial cavity. But you have to see the words, or you're not going to know, yeah. So here is the most difficult word, and I'll give you a quick lesson in medical terminology. Okay, so here's this bottom word. Now you're going to have to get a pen and paper one day when you're in the mood and write this one down. I got to pull it back, it's so long. Okay, that bottom word is E-N, like Nick, C-E-P, like Paul, H-A, like apple, J, like joint, I, like ice, T, like Tom, I, like ice, and S, itis at the end. Okay, so that word, okay? You write these down because you're going to get the definitions, all right? I gave you plenty of time to copy this at any time. And now we got to have a talk before we start class. That's what we got to do. We gotta have talk before we start class. Okay, so here's what's going on, guys. I'm feeling like my fans and students are not appreciating my hard work. You think I'm just looking up and quickly copying something down. I have to ask a bunch of questions, weird questions that I think of. A lot of you people wouldn't think of the questions I think of, okay? So you're not appreciating the hours I spend on my laptop asking questions to form a good educational class every night or every few nights or whatever. I started looking at my analytics. Okay, and people are only like watching a video. They hop on and they're watching only for like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. They're not completely, I don't know how many people are completely watching my audio visuals. I don't know how many people are watching the whole thing, but I bust my butt to teach you guys some really good education that people wouldn't think of, other teachers wouldn't think of, okay? Teachers are like told, this is what you're going to do, basically, And I'm designing my own classes by my own research. So, and I think deep and heavy. I think deeper than the normal person because I'm manic. So, I want you to care about learning all this work I am doing for you. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm retired for life, and I'll tell you, if I had to work even part-time, you wouldn't get me. You are privileged to have me. Very privileged to have me teaching you. So I'm watching my analytics. And if people don't start watching the whole video, you don't have to watch it all at one whole city, but you should try, and then you can watch as many videos as you want in a day. You could watch one. You could watch a half of one. You know, you could watch 15, 20 minutes and then go back another day. It's all up to you. I'm not, you know, you're not in jail or anything. I mean, you can, but I would like you to, like, try to, like, say, okay, I'm gonna set a goal. I'm gonna memorize Melinda's, well, now we're in neurology, so I want you to do that first. But then I want y'all to go to that judicial class and do all that. And the judicial class starts with me with the black hat on, which is at the very bottom when I first started. So, I want you to stay with neurology for now, but go down when you do get chances to the judicial system and then the universe, okay? But I really want to get you to focus right now on the brains. Okay, neurology. Okay, so I got another class with neurology, and I've named it Neuroterminology. And I asked my Microsoft assistant, Cortana, is that a word? Terminology? And he said, well, not really, but I don't see why it can't be a word. You know, it's not like it can't be a word. Like most words can't be. I can't. I'm recording. I can't. You can't ruin this. I've been working for a half hour. No, I don't have change for $1. I got pennies and 1 quarter. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Okay, so I'm trying to say, if you're not studying my classes and you're just jumping in and jumping out, eventually I'm just going to quit teaching them. You know, I'm going to start watching my analytics on every talk video. And this class tonight, you really need to learn. It might save your life. You know, this is neurology and neuroterminology. So I'm going to teach you some words, and then I'll teach you something that elaborates. So this whole class tonight is basically reviewing the class you had 2 nights ago, neurology, your first neurology class. I've got that in front of me, and I'm going to tell you the meanings. On the first page, there's already 2 huge, long words that you would never know what it meant or even how to pronounce it, probably. So how can you learn if you don't understand the words and you don't have the spelling? So I put the spellings real big for you. But I'm missing I didn't do myocardial infarction. I thought I wrote that down, but I don't see that. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm reviewing this class to make you guys understand, okay? But you gotta watch the whole videos. And don't you want to learn something? I know you know, a lot of you could have bachelor's degrees, this degree. If you're too smart to be here, fine, but I'll bet you, even if you got a bachelor's degree, some of the stuff I have, they just didn't teach you. But there's a million people out there, I know, I'm seeing around the world, and all the foreign countries that allow their citizens total privilege of the internet, which is like probably 90% of every country. So there's a lot of people that want to learn from me because they have no financial aid for college in these countries, and they don't have the money. They just have enough money. They manage to get a laptop or a tablet or a cell phone to see me. There are people who appreciate me teaching them, but I'm getting a feeling by the analytics that the fans and students I have subscribed, I'm talking about subscribed, are not appreciating my education so much. You're like jumping in and jumping out. Or maybe you listen to a little like, oh, that sounds interesting, educational. But you're like, oh, that's enough, But you don't know what I'm going to say the rest of the video. I could talk 10 different subjects. So I need for you to watch the whole videos, and you can do it whatever way you guys want. You can do it your own way. Okay? So I'm just going to flip quickly through these pages. Okay, so I have to get this pile. All right, here's the words I looked up for you. Okay. This is the words I looked up for you. All right. So, this is page 5 in your neurology class from 2 nights ago. This class I'm calling Neurolegal Terminology because I'm teaching you the definitions of some of the words that, you hear me say it, but you don't have a clue how to spell it. If you say these words to me, I wouldn't have a clue how to spell it by just hearing it, okay? So, on the first page, it says page 5 from that class 2 nights ago. Okay, brainstem, what it is, function, anatomy. All right, well, you got that to look at the first neurology class. You use that, because I'm not going to say the same class all over again. But I'm going to tell you, here's 2 words on this first page you wouldn't know. Okay, I showed you encephalitis. I showed you how to spell that on that big piece of paper with big letters. So, I looked up the definition, and I'm going to say it now. Here, let's show you the word. I'm going to teach you this very last word. It's, here, I got to hold it. There, E. So, E, the last bottom word. E, N, like Nick. C, like cat. E, like Edward. P, like Paul. H, like Harry. A, like apple. L, like Lucy. I, like ice. T, like Tom. I, like ice. And S, like sip. That's the word we're going to teach you. It's on the first page of your class from 2 nights ago. You got that? Listen to what I am saying to you. Okay? Okay. Now, and then there's going to be one more word on that page. Okay? So, here's the definition for encephalitis. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay. So I've had medical terminology 2 times in 2 different colleges. So I'm going to real quickly give you a lesson on medical terminology. Okay, so I'm teaching you, what was I thinking of? Oh, okay, I'm thinking of the word I'm teaching you. Okay, so the word I'm teaching you, now you saw it spelled, and you get a pen and paper and come back and watch this video another day or an hour later, whatever. Get back to the beginning, all right? And take that spelling of that word with you that I just showed you. This is the definition to it. Okay. Oh, so what I wanted to say, so I'm going to teach you, this will help you see this long E word I keep showing you, the bottom word. It's going to suddenly become simpler for you because I'm going to teach you something. This word, encephalitis. Okay, in medical terminology, you have a prefix, a word root, a root word, and a suffix. The suffix is the last part of the word. The prefix is the first part of the word. The root word is the middle. And itis is the suffix. And itis, I'm going to teach you, has to do with inflammation and bacterial infections. Okay? Itis. You can, in medical terminology, you know how many different medical terminologies? You know how many medical terms end with the suffix itis? So remember, itis is simply meaning either, it could be inflammation of the brain, which is serious, caused by infections such as viral or bacterial infections. So, so itis, the suffix itis, is always related to inflammation and bacterial and infections. Okay? So now didn't encephalitis become simpler? It's that bottom word I showed you. Okay, so the root prefix of encephalitis is enceph. Ence, E-N-C-E, ence is the prefix. And then phal, P-H-A-L, will be the root word. And itis is the suffix. Itis always having to do with inflammation, infections, or bacteria. Okay? All right. So now I think you got that word, right? Medical condition of encephalitis. Medical condition characterized by inflammation of of the brain. Serious. This inflammation is often caused by infections such as viral, or bacterial infections, or by an autoimmune reaction where the immune system mistakenly attacks the brain. See? So you need to learn this stuff. You could save your own life one day. Go to the hospital. Okay. So symptoms can range from mild, like headaches and fever, to severe, such as seizures, confusion, or even loss of consciousness. Early diagnosis and treatment, you hearing me? Early diagnosis and treatment are crucial to managing this condition effectively. Okay, that's gone. On page 1, I didn't tell you about myocardial infarction, and I didn't write it real big. Myocardial infarction. Let me write this down for you. You got to have this. You're not going to know it. Okay, myocardial infarction. Okay, C. It's a C. T-I-O-N. Okay? Myoinfarction. Okay, look at this very last word. Okay. Look at this very last word. Okay? The very last word. Here we go. Here. I got to hold this back. I got to be able to see. Okay. Okay, here. Okay, here. Look at this first word. At the very bottom. At the very bottom. See? Myocardial. M-Y. See at the very bottom of the list? Okay. M-Y-O. Myo. Card. Like you play cards. C-A-R-D. And then it's like you're dialing the phone. D-I-A-L. Myocardial. And the second word is infar, like you're inside and you're far away. Infar. But they just threw in a C to make it complicated. And then it's just a shun. T-I-O-N. So it could be in, far, shun, but they threw a C in between the infar and the shun. I don't know, to make it difficult. Okay, so you got that? You come back with a pen and paper and you write that down, because you're going to get the definition right now. Otherwise, the class you are watching 2 nights ago, you don't have a clue. So I'm going to tell you real quick off the top of my head. Myocardial infarction is a heart attack. It's simply a heart attack. That difficult 2 words they tried to, teach you is simply a heart attack. So they have, I'm going to read this real quick, even though it's in the other class. So brainstem is the biggest part of your brain. What it is, function anatomy. A wide range of injuries and health conditions can damage your brainstem. This has already been read to you 2 nights ago. Some of these include 1, blood clots, 2, brain tumors, 3, this encephalitis that I just taught you the definition, and 4, heart attack. Myocardial infarction is a heart attack. 5, stroke. 6, sudden cardi, probably heart attack. And your brainstem connects your brain to your spinal cord. All right, that's all I'm doing. I'm not going to teach the whole class over again. You got to keep reading what you're doing. Okay. Didn't I just tell you the meaning of myocardial? I did. Well, I have it written here. Here's myocardial again. See, that way, that one's easier. See? You come back with a pen and paper and write this down. I'm holding it for a long time. Okay? And so I told you myocardial infarction, commonly known as a heart attack, occurs when blood flow to a part of the heart is blocked or significantly reduced. This blockage is often caused by a buildup of fatty deposits, plaques, they call it plaques, in the coronary arteries, leading to the death of heart muscle tissue due to lack of oxygen. So you need to learn this. Save your own life. To the death of heart muscle tissue due to lack of oxygen. Symptoms. So if you have any trouble breathing, you call 911, and then you go in and you tell them you want to see a doctor and tell the doctor of your breathing problems, and you want EKG and different kinds of, a lot of different heart tests that they can do. Okay? And symptoms can include chest pain or discomfort, shortness of breath. So you're starting to understand the class I taught you 2 nights ago. Okay? You're starting to understand the class I taught you 2 nights ago. Okay, so nausea and cold sweats. Immediate medical attention is crucial to minimize damage and improve outcomes. Myocardial infarction. Causes. Number 1. Here we go. I didn't look this word up. I guess I'll have to look it up. This one says causes. This word is long. Oh, it's got a suffix that'll mean many things. Will be on other medical words too. Osis is at the suffix at the end. There's lots of medical terminology with osis at the end, the suffix, just like itis. Yeah. This one's atherosclerosis. Okay, I see. Atherosclerosis. Okay. The buildup of fatty deposits, plaques in the coronary arteries, which can rupture and form clots, blocking blood flow. 2. Coronary artery spasm, temporary tightening of the artery, reducing blood flow. Okay, and 4 is 4 is myocardial infarction continued. Number 3, risk factors. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, smoking, diabetes, obesity, and family history all can cause deadly heart attack. Symptoms. Chest pain, pressure, tightness, or aching in the chest. 2, shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, even at rest. 3, other signs, nausea, cold sweats, dizziness, and fatigue. So if you feel any of this stuff, you always call 911 right away for help and tell them what you feel. Prevention. Healthy lifestyle, number 1. For prevention, you want to live a healthy lifestyle. Regular exercise. Even if you just walk around your house in circles. Or if it's safe to walk outside for you, up and down a sidewalk or something. But always be safe if you're trying to do outdoor exercise. Make sure you're not on a lonely road where everybody's at work in the day, that kind of thing. Okay, so healthy lifestyle. Or buy a treadmill if you can afford one. That's what I do, is run a treadmill. Okay, so prevention, number 1, is healthy lifestyle, regular exercise, balanced diet, and maintaining a healthy weight. So you got to work on all these, guys. Work on trying to eat healthy food and stay off sweets. I'm battling sweets a little bit. Yeah. And then 2, avoid smoking. Smoking significantly increases the risk. 3, regular checkups, monitoring blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar levels. Okay, that's all I have for tonight, but we got to have another talk. And I'll look up, I don't know, we saw a word and I didn't know. I'll see if I can find the one, if there's any more words that I have to look up for you guys, okay? So, the deal is this. I'm going to start looking at all my analytics on all my talk videos. And if I'm not getting hours and hours, it'll show how many hours. So, say today, 10 people watched one of my talk videos. But maybe each one didn't watch the whole thing. But if they watch it, say, 10 minutes, which is not enough, but if that's all you did, I'm explaining. So say you said you were interested for 10 minutes and you say, oh, I'm bored with this subject. But see, you don't know I'm manic. And so I talk a million different subjects because my mind is going 90 miles an hour. So say I get one that watches 10 minutes, a video, and then I get, this went dark. I get another one. Oh, it just went dark on me. Say I get another one. I gotta just talk in the dark. I don't want to play with anything. So I get one person that watches 10 minutes, one watches 15, one watches, a half hour. So it'll add up for that one talk video in the analytics for today. You got to give a whole day to give people a chance to see it, and 2 days, really. People don't come on every day, I'm just getting started. So anyway, this is went black. I just want to say, if people aren't watching all my videos and watching them all the way, I'm just not going to teach anymore. You got to want to learn, and give the whole video a chance. I'm going to watch the analytics on all my videos, and you have to jump around. But I want you to stick with this neurology, but then I want you to watch all my judicial system classes. And one of the first is where I'm wearing a black hat at the bottom where I just started this show. The black hat is like the first or second class I taught on the judicial system. So watch that at the bottom, and there might be one other judicial system at the bottom. And you come up to the 2 top rows, and that's where all the judicial system classes are. And I want you to watch each of those 5 times each. And I want you to watch the universe and the Mars and rovers and black holes and galaxies. I want you to watch 5 apiece, okay? I'm going to let you go since it's turned black. But I'm telling you, if you guys are not watching my shows all the way, I'm just going to quit because I am busting my ass doing research for you guys. I'm retired, so I enjoy, because it's teaching me. When I am preparing for you, it's motivating me to keep teaching and studying. And so we all make out like bandits because I'm wanting to learn. And there are a lot of people out there that want to learn. So, and the ones that you're not sticking with it, stick with it and watch as much as you can, And if you can't finish it, stop and go back to the rest of that video if you have to start again. But I want you to watch all 3 of these classes: neurology, terminology, and law class. Judicial system right now is the one that was finished. It's long. Study the judicial system, the 2 classes of neurology, and the black holes and galaxies. Watch all that 5 times each. Okay, I'm going to let you go since it's all black. Thank you. Bye.